Yo, what's going on, guys? And today we're talking about Donovan Clingan. He's arguably one of the best players in this draft. I think one of the safest players in this draft in terms of a guy who can come in and actually contribute into a day one rotational player and a guy who has, a high floor. And for a team that's watching the Dallas Mavericks and Derek Lively, I'm not saying that they're a similar player, but the impact that Lively's had playing about 25 minutes a night, you're hoping that Clingan can do a similar effect if you're a team that is just missing a center. Plus, he's going to be on a 4-year rookie deal. So we're hearing the Bulls, the Grizzlies, the Thunder, and the Jazz are all interested in Donovan Clingan. So before we start today's video, I want to hear your thoughts down in the comment section. Out of the teams listed down below, which do you think is most likely? If not those teams, who do you think is most likely? Before we get into this report, I want to say, just reading this, the Thunder and the Grizzlies make the most sense. The Jazz have Walker Kessler, and Donovan Clingan and Walker are kind of similar big men in a way. And then the Bulls, they have Vucevic, and you basically would either be trading Vuce or you would want to be having a rotational, like a big man by committee there. So this is coming from Jonathan Givony, and what we're hearing is that Donovan Clingan is definitely going to be a top 10 pick like he should be. I've said he's kind of like a more mobile and longer Jakob Poeltl, even though his testing score didn't show that at the combine. Plus, everybody says he can shoot the three-pointer, so I believe it. His agent texted me about it, and I'm probably going to go see him shoot around at Miami-Dade College. But if Clingan starts to slide, a handful of teams are positioning to trade up. Chicago Bulls, as we said, the Grizzlies, the Thunder, and the Jazz. I really think the Thunder's perfect because then you move Chet to a power forward position that might be more suitable. Unless you really like Kyle Filipowski, who's probably going to be available where they're drafting. I think the Grizzlies are salivating at the idea of Jaren Jackson Jr. and Clingan right there. That would kind of solve their big man woes that they've needed a solid rebounding big next to Jaren. And then you go out and get a backup, maybe bring back Bismack Biyombo, or you go out and get like a Mason Plumlee to do a rotation with, those guys, and you still have Santi Aldama and Brandon Clark. But right now, the Donovan Clingan is not supposed to fall past 7. Maybe he goes 3rd overall. He's not going to go top 2, so his range is 3 to 7 right now. And I think a team might. The Pistons could be the team that trades because the Pistons are going to go for a wing. It's the only position they don't have a log jam is they're like power forward, small forward, shooting guard. Arguably, they could go for like a swingman or a combo forward or a pure wing, and they could trade back and still get one of those players by going to the 9th or 7th pick. So I would not be surprised. Again, I don't think the Bulls would just take him if he falls to them, I think. I believe the same thing with the Jazz. I doubt he's going to be available for either of them. So for me, I really think if there's any team that trades up and gets him, it's the Thunder. That they'd have the assets to do it, and they'd do it quickly. Now, I think the other team, the Grizzlies, they might feel because they had this gap year and they need to win with this roster that went from having 2 consecutive second seed, regular season finishes to being a lottery team. I think they want to get a guy that's going to be impactful now, so trade picks that they don't think are going to have much value down the road. That's it. Let me hear your thoughts.